Hey, what you say? You gotta wake and make, baby. You gotta wake and make with your boy, making money every minute. Johnny Money Making Mejia. Hey, today's story we're gonna talk about today. How I went from game ties to business ties, and how I broke that cycle. So when I was in the drug business, I was pretty well connected. When I got busted, the feds were after me. They had ranked me up. There's tiers in the feds. There's three different tiers: top tier, middle tier, and then lower tier. And then there's levels in there. High level, mid level, low level of each tier. And so your cartel leaders, they're high tier, high level. And so they had me pegged right as a mid-tier high-level guy or a high-tier low-level, two or three guys below the cartel leaders, which they pegged me right on point. So my family and I, we were in the drug business. We were pretty well connected down in Mexico. And I remember when I got home from prison, and I was at the halfway house. I got home on a Thursday, and that Saturday, my cousin came and saw me. He brought me a cell phone. He goes, "Hey, our people want to talk to you." I said, "All right," put him on the phone. I was talking to him down in Mexico, and they let me know, hey, that I was good. I was 100 with them. Just let them know whenever, if I needed anything, if I needed money, they were going to help me. And at the time, I was like, you know what? I told them, hey guys, I can't even move around. I got 3 to 6 months in a halfway house, 3 to 6 months on house arrest before I even get to move around. So that means 6 months to a year before I can even hit the ground running. And I said, my cousins, they've got everything under control, and they're working with y'all. They're working with all my people that I had in the past. I said, so I'm just going to get in the way. And they are like, all right, whatever you need, just let us know. We're here to help you to get you back on your feet. And I was like, okay. And I made a decision that day. The biggest thing that helped me was Jesus Christ. I had prayed for just to be able to walk away from this business, and he delivered me from it. I just never went back. And a few years later, my cousin, that man on the other line, my little cousin, and a couple other men got busted by the feds, which I just, again, broke those ties, and I put my faith in Jesus, and it delivered me from that. But also, the Lord has connected me with a bunch of other people by serving him. I was on a men's Christian retreat. I had just gotten off of house arrest like that same month, like a couple of days before. I didn't think I was going to make it. And at this men's Christian retreat, I sat next to the owner of the distributorship that I went to go work for. That gentleman and I became really good friends, working the ministry. And I remember at my wedding, when I was getting married to my wife, he walks up to me. I'm serving plates to my family members, and he's like, Johnny, man, he goes, I would love for you to come work for me. I have a job positioning. It's opening up. I think you'd be perfect. He goes, I don't even know if you're looking. And I said, I let him know. I'm always looking. I'm very interested, and I know I'm capable of doing this job for you, but there's this thing that, every time HR asks me a question, hey, have you ever been convicted of a felony? I have to say yes. I can't lie. And at that time, he told me, he goes, Johnny, he goes, you know what, man? If you want the job is yours. I am HR. And I was like, really? And I said, yes. So he goes, look, I'm going to be gone for a couple weeks. I'm going to send you a text with an email. You got a resume? I go, yes, sir. He goes, send me your resume, and we'll get this going. That was July 29th. I didn't get to see him until probably like 3 weeks later. About 3.5 weeks later, he sent me a message. So right away, I sent him my resume. He had me come in, and this was at the end of August, September 1st, I started working for him. So that's how I broke my criminal ties and my business ties. But even by serving the Lord, I've met a lot of different men in different industries that I'm really well connected with them, whether it's construction. I'm still doing landscaping and lawn service. I'm doing industrial sales. I'm coaching young men and mentoring young men. I have people that I've just sharing my testimony how God has changed my life is the reason why Hustling 365 was started. All right, and so that's the focus right now. how I could actually walk away from the money, the love of money that had its grips into me and just break ties, and I couldn't do it by myself. I want you to know that it was Jesus Christ that delivered me from that, and I live a life now that's above and beyond what I ever lived when I lived in that life. The Lord's been good to me. So again, from my gang ties to my business ties, the way I broke the cycle is I put my faith in Jesus Christ. So hope this reaches any of y'all. If y'all have any questions, you want to be part of the mentor program, reach out to me, let me know. I got books coming here shortly, a book about my life, and then the Hustling 365 book. So look out for those. All right, I'm out.